Hello, this is Ray from explorerray.com. Welcome back. This is my latest YouTube video. It is actually Christmas Eve. I am home visiting my parents and I found a quiet place in the house. We're waiting for the evening and the dinner and so on. So I thought I could just do a little bit of, just make a short YouTube video. And today's topic is, as you might have seen, since I have my DJI Phantom quadcopter with me, it's about the quadcopter. And it's about a couple of safety issues which I've learned myself over the couple of days last week. Okay, so let's start. First, what I want to say is that I have, like I've told you over some time, I have said that I'm gonna bring my DJI Phantom to Australia when I'm leaving for Australia on Saturday. One of the first things is that, like I've shown you before, I have bought this case, which I've shown you I have used before. This case is quite fantastic, but it actually had two things I want to show you. The first thing is that the gimbal clamp or the gimbal lock, which I show you here, you actually have to, you actually have to use it when you're actually checking it in as a checked luggage. For those of you who aren't quite familiar with how you use it, the only thing you have to do is actually just slide it out. You see it this way here, it points up. As you can see, this space here covers the camera, and when you want to turn it back on again, you just tilt it upwards and you slide it back in like so. Just make sure it's a snug fit and it goes all the way through, and there you have it. So just slide it outwards, drop it down, and the camera gets loose. I can't actually show you this now because now I actually have fixed it, but I want to show you a little thing that can save you a lot of time and money. The problem for me was that when I was traveling on Thursday evening, I was traveling home, I had put this on 3 separate flights. And when I brought it out of the suitcase and was checking it, the gimbal hadn't dropped off and it wasn't totally fine. So what happened actually was that when I turned on the system, it kind of just went haywire. The system works, but it didn't actually manage to adjust. And it's actually quite an easy fix for it. I found this German video, but I think that actually this tip several more people can find good use. What you have to do, and just be careful when you're doing this. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. This isn't all that easy. But what you actually have to do is that you have to find this spot on the camera, and you have to have the drone upside down like I have it here, and find a wrench or a small screwdriver. It has to have a star pointed screwdriver. I have this one, which fits fine. And what you do is actually the following: just take out the screw, make sure you don't lose it, take out the small one on the bottom. Give it a little bit separate from the other ones because it's a little bit longer. And take out the last one. I don't know if this breaks warranty or something what I actually done, but it's actually quite an easy fix, but just make sure that you don't lose any of it. When you have done that, you can see here the panel actually goes off quite easily. What you then do is that you see that here you have actually the pad, the main board, the motherboard of the camera you have here. And what you do is that you take it out. Just be sure it has a wire here, so just be very careful, don't destroy anything. And what you can see here is the following, and that is that if you look at it isn't that easy to see, but if you look on the screw beneath here, behind here, you have a tiny little screw, a tiny little rod. It isn't all that easy to see, but you have a little rod in between here, and you have on the motherboard, you actually have a small little vertical gap here. The only thing you have to do is just to align them up and just make sure that this crescent, the half moon on the bottom, is actually the same, pointing downwards. And after you have done this little surgery, just refasten the screw. Remember that happened just the thing I didn't want to happen. Just fasten it, the longest one in the bottom. This is kind of delicate work, you don't want it to fail. Then you take the two upper screws. The reason why you have to do this little adjustment if you have had a crash or if the gimbal have of some reason is acting out is that this rod actually aligns with what the gimbal is calling the vertical sensor, and it actually works very fine. So that is actually it. What I will do now is just to demonstrate that, just take one battery, put it in. Just give me a second, let me just zoom out a little bit. And as you can see, it fixed any problem. It works fine. Okay, so sorry about that. That was just a small little tip from me. So to sum up, this was a quick fix if your gimbal if it starts acting up, it starts acting weird on your DJI Phantom 2. Then I'll show you how to fix it, and just make sure that when you send it on an airplane and so on, have the gimbal protection mounted on firmly, and also if you turn it on when you're doing a check when you arrive at your destination, just make sure that you have a little screwdriver and you have a little bit of patience, and you can do this little reparation without any need to send it into a workshop or something more difficult. This is just something that happens. Okay, so this was a short video shot here in Norway, preparing for my trip on Saturday to go to Australia. This was just a short trip, and I wish you all a nice holidays and a Merry Christmas. And I will try to post a little bit more regularly, maybe even a video blog when I arrive in Australia. Take care and have an excellent day. Goodbye.